Hello and welcome to this week's coffee vlog. It's now Friday the 2nd of December. Almost forgot what month it was then. I was going to say November still, but no, 2nd December. 23 days if you're counting until Christmas Day. How the year has flown by, I really can't believe it. So it's dark, so it's, well, actually, saying it's dark doesn't tell you anything really, because it could be morning or afternoon, because it's dark when I get here and dark when I leave now. But it is actually about 4:30, end of day, again. Never really get a chance to get here in time to do a vlog on the morning now. So, yeah, it's been the usual crazy hectic week. Black Friday weekend, last weekend, Black Friday through Cyber Monday. Pretty much record-breaking sales for both White Rose Coffee and P19 Coffee. Masses of orders we came back to on Monday, and they continued to come in throughout Monday. So big surge in order, and in fact it's been busy every day this week. It's only tapered off a bit today. But of course, I mean, the one thing is the Black Friday sort of phenomenon does create this artificial surge in sales. And once everyone's bought everything because they're buying it while it's got discounts and whatever else on, of course they bought, so that's it. Then they won't be buying for ages again. So yeah, so big surge in sales there. Also, we've been very busy with local customers. Lots of deliveries this week out to local stores, and of course big delivery run for the Manchester Christmas market again on Tuesday. Weather-wise, it's been ridiculously foggy this week. I mean, the UK does tend to get a bit of fog now and again, but we've just, Tuesday all day it was foggy. It was literally from getting up to going to bed, it was foggy. And I was out driving most of the day. I had local deliveries to do in the van, surprisingly, because my car went in for service. Then scrap metal merchants to get rid of some scrap metal that was in the van. I'd been storing it in the van, but I needed to get rid of it because I needed to fill the van up again with the Christmas market stock, which I had to go and do the delivery of. So big stock, big delivery for that as well. And Wednesday morning it was foggy again. Wednesday morning coming to work, but it was that foggy. It wasn't so much you couldn't see so far away. You couldn't see very far in front of you, but I couldn't see where the side of the road was, where where the road ended and the curb, path, or grass verge or whatever was. It was that thick fog. You couldn't tell where the road ended, which is quite disturbing really. You don't really want to go around driving into curbs. It got better getting onto a road with a centre white line, because at least the headlights reflected off that, which was nearby visible, and then you knew by reference if you were near the white line centre point, you weren't actually going to be touching the curb. But a lot of the roads out of the estate where I live don't have any centre white line, and that was where I was struggling just to work out where the devil I was. I was generally just trying to be in the middle of the road as I could tell I was, and hoping nobody was going to come the other way, because they're going to be a bit shocked to find me there. But it was really just super thick fog, very foggy. And it was foggy again this morning. I've never known such a consistent amount of time with fog. It's quite alarming. But of course temperatures have dropped a lot. It's been very cold this week, not quite frosty. I don't think we've had any particular frost this week. I think actually Monday, I don't know if Monday had a bit of frost. Or certainly a bit frozen up on the windscreen anyway. So yeah, that's been all go anyway. As far as Hive goes, Hive Witnesses is running well. APO node is running very well, all up and running. New Hive Engine Witness is nicely in place, about up to 23 now, so I've climbed quite a lot. Also, I have now got involved with Select. There's only about 5 people that are running Hive Engine testnet witness. So this is like a fake network, and it goes alongside with the MirrorNet for Hive that I run a node just for my witness on that MirrorNet, which is obviously a fake version of the real blockchain where you can perform fake transactions and test things and try to break them, and then work out how not to break them when you deploy changes to the main net, because obviously you don't want to bring down the running blockchain. So yeah, running a Hive Engine testnet instance as well, just to help out there, because obviously you need to have a good few separate servers running, preferably, rather than trying to run everything on one server, just so when changes are made you can see what happens and what the differences are, that sort of thing. So that's all up and running and set up. So generally, yeah, now all going ploughing on, as it were, with Hive blockchain. So that's all been good. So yeah, I think on the whole, very busy week. A lot of roasting, a lot of roasted coffee going out, a lot of roasting. A big roaster, like I say, the little roaster now just runs every day, all day. That just is needed now just to keep up. And in fact, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we weren't even keeping up. We were still at the point where we were roasting to order, as it were, that we were minus on stock, and what we were roasting was to fill orders, not so much to fill place on the shelf, as it were, because we did move so much product over that Black Friday weekend, we just decimated it. But today we're pretty much caught up now. We're still thin on 1 or 2 different products, but on the whole, not too bad. So yeah, but that's all good. Lots of coffee sales, lots of Christmas blend gone out this week. Wow, I think we've done like 4 or 5 roasts of Christmas blend this week. It's been crazy. So it's good to see people are getting into that now even more, and getting quite a few compliments about it as well. So that's even better. It is quite, it's quite a different blend, and it's got the Costa Rican geisha in, obviously a very high quality, expensive coffee, as well as the Rocco Mountain, Ethiopian Rocco Mountain, and that's expensive as well. So and it's still quite keenly priced, the Christmas blend. So yeah, it's definitely worth looking into. So think that, oh no, Mr. Nellis does have a word of wisdom. Just one word, Mr. Nellis. Gotta find him. So Mr. Nellis says, my one thing to talk about on your vlog, England as they scored 3-1 against Wales on Tuesday. Yes, they are. So I've not watched any of the World Cup, if I'm honest, so I don't know a lot about it. Oh yeah, well, I think it is time to go. But I do know, I think England have gone through to whatever, the quarters or semis or whatever, I don't know what it is. Something happened anyway, I've been told. So yeah, so that's about it really. And so I did take the car in for service to Toyota on Tuesday. First service, 9,000 miles. They actually called it the 10,000 mile service, but in the app it said you're supposed to put it in every 9,000, which is why I waited till I got to 9,000 miles. A bit odd as it's a year and a half, been used to yearly services, but I suppose that's the thing with hybrids, especially, the engine doesn't run as often. Well, it's not as often running as a conventional petrol or diesel car, which would run the engine all the time you're moving. Obviously a hybrid doesn't run the engine when it's going downhill, slowing down, quite often if you're just on the flat and rolling, it uses the electric hybrid to keep you rolling, so it doesn't need to use the engine then. So there are large points in a journey when the engine won't run at all on the hybrid. So obviously it doesn't wear as much. The fluids, oil, coolant and whatever else won't be used up or degrade or whatever as quickly. So I suppose it makes sense that you have quite a long period before servicing. Say 9,000 miles for some people could be quite a few years realistically. I'm not really sure if they do say must be after X number of months or whatever, or miles. But anyway, so I put it in. Got a nice little 22 plate Yaris hybrid to run around with while they did the work on mine. So that was all right. That got me here from Bradford, then back to Bradford to pick it up again. And yeah, clean bill of health for the RAV4, which is good. All green across the board, everything hunky-dory. So quite pleased with that. Quite pleased with that, especially considering the amount of damage that was done when someone ran in the side of me. Pretty much shows that the Churchill Insurance repairers did an exceptional job fixing all the damage, because I'm not even actually sure that the Toyota garage knew there'd been any damage, which is a pretty good repair if you can fix something and a Toyota dealership can't tell. I mean, maybe they could, but they didn't mention it, and it's not in any of the paperwork that they gave me back, so who knows. Anyway, so that's probably me done. I think it's time to go home. So have a good weekend, next week, and I'll catch you in next week's coffee vlog. Okay, see ya.